All right, if there's no areas of specifics, just find yourself seated. Find what's comfortable for you. And just begin settling down into the space that you're in. So welcome everybody this morning. Just finding that space, getting settled into your body, getting settled into the day. Sitting back more and more into your spine, making sure you're not leaning over your legs, but the weight is balancing between the legs and the spine. The shoulders are dropping, the neck is getting longer. The jaw is soft. The thoughts are kind of melting away from the head. You're settling down into your body, into your breath, onto your mat. Bringing your hands in towards your heart and lifting up nice and tall. So we're going to do an easy open. We're going to bring our left hand to our left inner leg. We're going to bring the right hand around as we inhale. You can kind of stretch out and then exhale. Coming to the front, inhale. And exhale. Now if you want to, bring that hand around, touch your opposite shoulder. And then you're just inhaling those shoulders open. And then you exhale. Good. Inhale, open. And one more, just kind of giving yourself a little half hug. Bring that other hand around and just sit there for a moment. Opening up nice and easy, wrapping to the left. And exhale, just letting it fall wherever it needs to. And then we'll begin again. Inhale. And exhale. If you'd like to, come and touch your shoulder. Inhale. Just kind of like be, good job. You made it through yesterday. We got another day ahead. Just giving gratitude and thanks. And moving into where you are. One more. Inhale. And as you come around, hand to shoulder, just kind of sit there for a moment, feeling it. Now we're going to work on your balance. You're going to shift back onto your bottom. You're going to try and pick your feet up and take your hands forward. Go around your legs now, bringing the legs into center. Now take a minute. What foot was on top? What foot was to the front? Take the opposite down. If you're not sure, just go for your normal seat and then you'll be like, yeah, that's what I was doing. I need to go the other way. So this is the less easy seat, the one that feels a little wonky maybe a little different. Just notice what's going on in your knees and in your hips. Sit there again, nice and tall, hands resting on that little place on the inner knee where your wrist just fits in. If you'd like, bring middle finger and ring finger in, or all your fingers in to touch your thumb for just a moment. And then one at a time, just let the fingers soften and see where they go. Is there one that stays, or do they all open up? Whatever feels natural. Now hands to the knees, inhale, lift again. Looking up. Exhale, folding forward, easy. Walk the hands out. Let the head fall, but don't strain to get down. Let your body soften. So because this is the less easy side for our seat, this is really giving a good stretch to that tight hip. So just notice the inner groin, notice any shifts there. When you're ready to come back, tuck and roll. Hands to the knees again, inhale, lift up. And let it go. All right. So from where you are, let's take a moment and come around to your knees. If you need knee padding, get some now. We're going to come around and just have a seat on our feet and ankles. Now, if that doesn't work for you, get a pillow or a bolster or a brick or a block. You can place things back here if you need to. You can have a seat on it. You can put it across your ankles if you need one of these. All right, so whatever works for you, find it. Sit there nice and tall. Now, we're going to work the back a little bit. So it doesn't seem like much, but make all these adjustments so everything stays in place. All right, so nice and tall. When we first sit down, we almost all have a tendency to put those ribs forward, right? Chest goes forward, ribs go out. Pull back. Pull back through your middle. Feel your belly button sinking back towards your ribs. Feel your butt tucking under. Notice how that brings your butt closer to your feet. You feel that? It's like, oh, they touch now. Now lift up. Now shift. And you're going to do that a couple of times. That lifting and that shifting. Here you go. Now don't take your shoulders back. Leave them right over your ribs. Now bring your belly back. Ooh, there you go. You got it. Nothing tight. You're moving your pelvis. You're moving. Now, make your whole body just get involved. Start taking those arms, stretch them out. Inhale, pull them back. Lift them up, lift up to your knees. And just take a moment to get centered there. Nice and easy, hands are gonna come back, touch to your low back. Push your chest up and forward, but don't shove your hips forward. So it's a lift. And if you've done the back bends class with us like you did last night, you will notice that. You don't want to push the hips forward, you just want to lift the heart up. And then settle back to neutral. All right, so just notice, how's that feel? Step out with your right. So we'll take a moment here, stepping out with the right. Feel the inner thigh and the groin just that little bit. Good. Now nice and easy, go up and over toward it. Inhale out. And over toward it. Shoulders down. Inhale. Good, level. Exhale. Inhale, looking out. Exhale, look at your foot. Couple more. Again. And last one. Extend. Feel that length through your waist, through your side, through your hip. And then come back to your center. Now we're going to let the hands touch down. And then we're going to push our butt back, straight back. Don't lean to the left. You're going back onto that left leg, but keep some weight to that right side. Don't let go of it. Good. Sink down. Let your butt drop as low as it'll go. Let your head fall if you can. And then we're going to shift up into our hands again. Ooh, feel that change coming up. I'm going to move that out of the way. We'll come back up again now. And then tip it over. So we were reaching to the right, we went forward, now we're going to the side with this. Notice all those directional movements with your body. Now reach that arm out, and if the arm's reaching through the hands, that's great, but really push your elbow. Push your elbow up away from you. Look up toward that elbow. Relax your face. Now look to your hand and rotate. Hands are side by side. You step back with your right and push straight back with your hips. Now, don't push the hips to the right, kind of pull them a little bit to the left. Feel that extra arcing. Pulling the left hip to the left foot. Looking at those hands. And then walk it around. Wiggle out your bottom a little bit. All right, back to center. So now, from here, we'll come up again. We'll find our balance. Once you find your focal point, step out with that left. Find something that you can look out in front of you. You can look out that way as you tip over and then look at your foot. Blink and look to the center. Tip over, look at your foot. Inhale, look to the center. Good. You got it. Good, ladies. 7, you got it. Nice and easy, balance. Taking that down. Easy, feel the transition in your hip. What's happening is you drop your hands. You have to keep a little weight out there. Press the hands down, lift your tailbone up. Oh, and push back. Oh yeah, stay right there with it. If you need to, use that bolster. It can be beside you or whatever, helping guide you or helping you to stay in the middle. Whew. Drop down low. It's gonna be different for everybody, so if you're still hanging out and you're kind of high, that's okay. Feel it where you feel it. Stay with the pose. Foot down on that left. Hands down, keep some weight to that left foot. Shift up. Reset, wiggle your hip. Walk up. And level. Tip over. Feel the foot slide in a little bit and then root right back into it. Reaching up and over. And again, push through that elbow. Extend through your side and your waist. It's not your fingers reaching, it's your side, it's your length. Extending out. Look to that hand and follow it around. Rotate through your ribs. Bring your foot in and push straight back. So again, we're trying to kind of arc it to the side. So you're pulling your right hip towards your right heel. Look into those hands. Relax your shoulders. Shift. Step out. Now wiggle the hips a little bit. Now on this next one, this is what you're going to do. This is our side cat-cow. So instead of going forward and under, we're going to look to the right and pull the right hip forward. We're going to look between our hands. Look to the left, pull the left hip forward. Look between the hands. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, center. To the left, squeeze. Inhale, center. So y'all are doing it, that's it, side, side. So, Miss Morgan, keep your hips in the middle, if you will. So I notice a little bit of a lean. So it's actually bringing this hip closer to the shoulder. So from the side view kind of thing, it's a, does that make sense? Keep those feet flat and still, widen out your knees a little bit. Bring the hip toward the shoulder. And to the center. So it's an oblique crunch. Y'all keep going. I'm going to show you. You're doing this, but you're on your knees. Does that make sense? You're bringing that shoulder and that hip closer together. All right, y'all doing it. I'll come back to meet you, and we'll do the last set. And back into your center. Turn your toes under, lift your butt, push into your heels, let your head fall. Now walk it back. Hands come to feet. Soften your knees, the weight shifting. Hands go to knees, lengthen out your back, kind of walk your hips. Hands on the knees, kind of walk your hips. So that's just a little simple forward and back with the knee. Not trying to go side to side, but front and back. Now nice and easy, looking forward, lifting up. All the way to the top. Take a deep breath in, let it go. Catch a drink of water if you need it. I most certainly do. Okay, we'll do some basic housekeeping stuff. If you need anything, grab it now. Go ahead and have your bricks and your bolsters. I'm actually going to do a crisscross on my mat so I can do a side view and a front view for things. That's what I was supposed to do there. So, getting back into our space. Make sure that gives us some good, oh yeah, I'm gonna drop that a little bit. All right. There we go. So we'll come back into our center. We've got our bricks nearby if we need them. If you don't need them, you don't have to use them. You just do what's easiest for you in your body. So, we'll take a nice deep breath. We'll sink down through our feet. Think about spreading your toes out. Think about the lift of your arches. Feel your heel connected. Now notice it. Is it just one side of your heel that's touching? Is it just the inside or the outside? Or do you feel like you can connect to both corners of your heel? Imagine your foot like a rectangle and it's got 4 corners. The 2 at the back of the heel, the 2 at the edges of the toes. Press into all 4 corners. Go into those front, outer sides, back, middle. Now soften the knees. They're long, but they're not locked. Now a simple lift of the kneecap. If you're not sure about that, flex your thighs a few times. Think about bringing the thigh up, making it tense. When you do that, does the kneecap go up and down a little bit? Lift that kneecap. Now once you find that lift of the kneecap, notice how that pulls your belly button in and up, and that starts lifting you up. So I like to do it with my eyes closed because I can get really internal that way. I'm focusing on what I feel, not what I see. Draw the shoulders back. Level the head out. So you don't want your chin down, you don't want your chin up. You want to be level with the horizon. Now looking straight out. Imagine those arrows, that lift going all the way through and up the body. Now let the shoulders draw back. Release your glutes. And imagine that going down the back side of the body. So you've got that cyclical effect going up, over the top of the head, down, under the feet, up through the legs again. Creating that movement, almost like your circulation. The flow of blood and breath. Lymph, moving all the fluids. Being open. Now open your body a little more. Open your arms. You are a mountain, strong, sturdy. Now let's reach up through our mouth. Shoulders are down, chest is lifted. Tailbones dropping, not tucking under, but releasing. So if you're not sure, tuck it under and then let it go. Shoulders down, long in the neck. Look between those hands. Now when you're ready, hands together if you can, stretch a little deeper. Exhale, dive. Slide the hands down the legs. And if you can, go for the ground. If you can touch the floor, touch the floor. If you cannot, bricks are there. You have different options of brick. So use what works for you. So if we're using bricks, all right, here we go. Open them up to about there. You got some space. You're gonna step back easy with your left leg. We're gonna go for a high lunge. Walk the hands up the leg, standing nice and tall. Reach for the sky. Shoulders are down. Easy. Touching to the ground, drop that back knee. Drop the hands, drop the knees. So we're getting all the way down. Even if you've been using bricks, you can push them away now. You're using just your hands. They're right there where you need them. Now, nice and easy, you're gonna chaturanga down. So chaturanga means that we're lowering toward the ground, but not quite touching. It's what's called 8-point pose or stick pose. So from here, we're modified, we're on our knees, we've stepped back. We're gonna lower, but notice that I'm kind of lifting my belly up as I drop my chest. Then you're trying to get low and then extend. Good. Feel the stretch in your belly. There you go. Nice and easy. Push back. Shifting to all four. Go to down dog. So you just turn your toes under and you take a little half step in and you lift that tailbone and you drop those heels as much as they'll go. Not everybody's heels will touch down. Now with your right leg, you're gonna step forward. So that's your right leg steps forward and you're gonna go into that high lunge again. Finding the balance. You're gonna touch down either your bricks or the floor and step up. Reverse dive. All right, same, different side. Here we go. Take your time with it. Easy dive. Remember, at any time, if you need to modify, you can always drop to a child's pose or a cat-cow if you need a break. Inhale, look forward. Step back left, high lunge. Walk it up. All the way. Get rooted between both of those legs. Don't push all your weight back. Don't push it all forward. Spread between both of those legs. There you go. Spread that weight out. Easy down. Drop the knee. Step, modified plank. Modified plank to chaturanga hold. Chaturanga hover to slithering up dog. Lift straight up. Woo. Child's pose. Shifting up. Down dog. Stepping forward, left foot. Help it out if it needs it. High lunge. And down. Step up. Reverse dive. And let it go. Make any adjustments you need. New pants, so we're gonna try to slide everything back into place. If you want to do a tuck in, we're gonna be doing some down dogs and stuff, so make sure you feel comfortable. Y'all are awesome. Near the front end of your mat, as always, bricks and blocks are your choice. If you need modification, use it. If it helps you and makes you feel stronger, use it. All right? Here we go. Inhale up. Reaching, extending. Exhale, dive. Hands down. You can touch the floor, get those fingertips down. If you need to put a hand on a knee, you're going to put your hand on your left knee. Otherwise, step back, right foot, high lunge, finding your way around. Hands to the heart. Just balance. Now, nice and tall. Oh, feel that hip flexor, yeah? And then down slow. Full plank this time. So we're just doing slow hold sun salutations. Holding that belly. Now look forward, don't look back. Lift that head up, Leslie. There you go. Look out at the end of your mat. Push back through your heels. Pull that belly button in and up. Feel the length of those kneecaps lifting up through your belly. Yep, yep. Let's go. Chaturanga hover if you can. Hover just above the ground for 4, 3, 2. Sweep to up dog. Oh, wiggle out your booty. Shift to a down dog. Push into it. Lift that tailbone. Sink into your hands. Sink into your feet. Feel your weight, how it can shift side to side a little bit. Now I want you to lift your right foot. And notice as you lift it, your weight shifts a little bit into that right hand. Just feel it. Step it forward between your hands if you can, or just replace that right hand. High lunge. Down. Step forward. Awkward chair. Sit back. Come up halfway. Hold. 4. Drop your tailbone. 3. No tension in your neck. 2. And 1. Lift for the sky. Exhale, dive. Inhale, looking out. Exhale, release. Now you're prepared. Let's get ready. Step back left, high lunge. Up and around. Woo. Balance. Put the weight in the middle of those feet. Arms lifting. Arms coming down, but staying balanced, staying centered, staying tall. Transition. Step to plank. Hold that plank. Push back through the heels, pull up through the belly. Chaturanga hover. 4, 3, 2, 1. Shift, lift, up dog, down dog. Step into your feet, step into your hands, widen things out, drop your shoulders away from your ears, let your head down. Lift that right leg. And go straight up, stay level, keep that hip level, don't rotate it up. Push harder into your left hand, feel that weight. Left foot between hands or replacing left hand. High lunge. Up on that back foot, good. And release. Step up. Reverse dive. Let it go. Seal it in. Close the eyes if you can. Just feel your body. heat, a little bit of a sway. Notice the change in the pulse and the breath. And let go. All right, take a minute. Turn your mats the way my purple one is. So turn your mats this wide way. So we're closing out the Harvest Moon weekend, so that's been big full moons. I don't know if y'all noticed it. It was still full last night. So with that in mind, we'll say goodbye to the full moon with the moon salutation. So we're saying, closing out the end of a full moon and balancing. So we're gonna go into what's called either a viscery squat, a balance squat, or the goddess squat. So be that for yourself. Balancing, hands are out to the side and back with those elbows. Yeah, feel it. Get down into those knees. Drop your tailbone. Whew, feel it in your inner thigh and groin a little bit, yeah? Wide open. Now, like walk like an Egyptian. Turn your left foot forward and your right foot out. Turn to that side. Good. Now, get back into your legs, Miss Cindy. You got it, but lean back a little bit. There you go. Turn your left foot straight toward me. There you go. Opening up to that side. High lunge revolve. So from here, we're in a warrior. We turn to a high lunge to a low lunge. And then we lift. We exhale, and we roll back and lift again. We exhale. We inhale, and we roll back again. We exhale, and we roll back again. All the way down, nice and easy, we exhale. We shift back on this one a little bit. Just extend that leg, pull the toe up, shift back. Feel the toe coming towards you, extend out toward it. 3, 2, and 1. And then we're gonna push out. You're gonna shift up into that front leg. You're gonna turn that back heel, or turn that back toe under, lift that back heel up and level. So I already talked about those levels, keeping it level. Now start to rotate it as you look forward and out toward me. So look inward toward the middle. There you go, forward. Where's your heart gonna go? Can you bring your arm up? Extend in all directions if you can. 4, 3, 2, kick it back. Back into that squat, right? So we're right back here where we began. I know, like, whoa, ride the surfboard. All right. Taking a moment. Right foot forward, left foot out. Dropping back into it. Let's reset the hips. Warrior 2 to a high lunge, to a low lunge, to a lift. To an exhale, to a lift. And again. One more. All the way down and release. Shift. Toe comes up, we press back, we extend. Extend over that leg just a little bit. Head pushing up and out. Nice and easy. As we're coming out, you're gonna go up. You're gonna kick that back leg. You're gonna kind of find your balance and then start looking out to your right side. As you do, rotate your hip. And then just begin to lengthen toward it. Woo-hoo. Rotate those shoulders back. Rotate that hip open. 3, 2, 1. Fall back. Woo! Walk it in, ladies. In, and there we go. And thank you to any gentlemen who may be joining us at home. So, just see where we are with it. How's your body feeling? Open? We definitely got some stuff working and moving. All right. Now the next step, we're gonna work on some ab work. I'm gonna get you guys started, then I'm gonna work specifically with someone else. So I'm gonna get you guys started. Coming on down. You're gonna start here holding your boats. And I want you to play with these. You're gonna take the arms out. You're gonna take a foot down. You're gonna lift a foot up. You're gonna take the other foot down. You're gonna come back to neutral. You're gonna lean back. Arms out. You're gonna take a foot down. Lift. Take the other foot down. Lift. And take it all down. Back into your boat. Fans, please. We'll do that for the last little bit here. All right, so for what y'all guys keep going with that, you're going to your boat. Yeah, I want you to just, let's see, come all the way down. Let's see. So this one's for you. Oh, you're just going to do the little lifts. So, no, not that. But lay back, you're going to do the little pelvic tilts, which we're going to come and join you and add some more. But while we're doing those, you just do that. So I work with special needs people with each one. So everybody has a special need at different times in their life. So if we've got any injuries we're working with or any special conditions or populations, we want to notice it and honor them as they're in their transitions. Down. 1 foot down. Both feet down. One more. Y'all have done amazing. Should have done somewhere between 6 and 8 of these at this point. 1 foot down, other foot down, both feet down. Now we're going to take a moment and join her. So let's all turn. We're going to roll down nice and easy. Make sure we found a place where we can lay back all the way. So ladies, if you have a ponytail that's low, move it up. Make sure you can lay your head down flat and there is nothing tilting your chin forward or too far back. First things first, pelvic tilt. As you exhale, tuck your pelvis, bringing your hips just slightly up and forward, and then inhale, arch your back. As you exhale, tuck and tilt. It's going to move your head. You have to keep readjusting. Inhale. And exhale. Now, hands are down by your side. Inhale, they rise. Arms rise, they go up overhead. You feel that arc. Exhale, tuck and tilt. So this is more about the back and the core than the abs. So we're focusing on strong. If you can, you'll begin a little hip lift on that next one. Inhale. And then as you exhale, lift those hips. As you inhale, arc. As you exhale, lift those hips. Now start going a little further. Instead of just a classic tuck, lift them. Bridge. Inhale. Taking it down. Readjust your feet every so often. Check in with the head and the neck. There's no strain there. If you can, make sure there's no weight on the head when you go up. You're lifting that pelvis, lifting those hips, squeezing and pressing. Going for a bridge. Doing just a couple more. And up and squeeze, hold, up and squeeze, hold. Oh, 4, lengthen the neck. 3, 2, and 1. Bringing it down real slow. Woo! Wiggle out your hips a little bit. So, if you joined our class last night, it was back bends. We have just done a back bend. We're going to continue through opening up the back in this week. So just take your time with this next one. We're going to make some readjustments. I'm going to rock to one side, push myself up, and then we'll take a look at my mats. Because I have mine crisscrossed, I can take the top one and flip it over, and that gives me 1, 2, 3 layers of matting. Get yourself at least 2, if not 3. So you'll just take your top half of your mat and fold it back where there is a really big bubble there. That bubble edge is where your shoulders are going to go, not your head. So notice if I line up to this and I lay back, my head's on the hardwood floor. My shoulders, however, have a little extra padding. Not much, but just enough to give us a difference. Good. Miss Cindy, bring that bottom mat up and use it too, so you'll have that extra layer. Awesome. That way they're all together. And make sure that can go flat down. Good. All right, so we're here. Now, I want everybody to listen to their body. This is not a perfect thing. This is a practice thing. First things first, look at me without lifting your hips. Do not lift your hips until I come out of this and cough. All right, so let me show you first. We'll do a lift, we'll do a bridge. We're going to go through a series of different bridges, and then we're going to do a pedestal variation. Once we do the pedestal, we'll try and walk it in. If we can walk it in, we'll kick it up. All right, so that's where we're going to try and go. All right, so we're ready? Y'all all look straight up. Slide down just a little bit for me, Miss. There you go. Good, good, good. Now, Miss Morgan, come down just a little bit so it's not, there you go, so your shoulders aren't on the hardwood. Now, when you're ready, lift your butt. Looking straight up, don't turn your head. Lift your butt up. Now, try and walk your heels in a little bit. Walk your shoulder blades closer together. Bring your hands down behind your back. If you can, press to the floor with your hands and arms. Release. Let that fall. Roll the shoulders. Just notice how's that feel, stretching through the belly, opening up the back. All right, round 2. We want to walk it in again. Lifting, same as before, looking straight up. Don't turn your head. Walk your arms in. See if you can bring your heels in real close to your butt and then push your hands up against the inside of your ankle. Roll your shoulders in. Your palms are facing in toward each other, your thumb pointing straight up. The sunny side of your hand is pressing inside your ankle. Push through your feet and legs. Lift those hips higher. 4, 3, as high as you can go. 2, let it go. Roll your shoulders out. Woo! All right. Now, you can continue there, and you can do that exact same one that we just did, or you can try for the pedestal. So if you're going to try for the pedestal, we're going to walk the elbows in. We're going to walk the feet in. We're going to go up slow. So again, if you want to watch it first, I'm going to take my left hand and place it on the side of my hip and then come back. So the hands are going out, making a pedestal. All right, so you go up onto that elbow, it's high. You bring the other one back. Tuck that chin. Weights in the shoulders and the backs of the arms and in the feet. Lift as high as you can. If you're like, that ain't working, Take it back down to one of the other levels. But if you can, walk it in closer. Put your weight into your arms and your upper body and shift one leg up, then the other. Go up for pedestal. To shoulder stand. Your hands flip over now, they're cupping your ribs. You push those legs straight up. Try and go over if you can. Cloud. And then roll down. No slam. Reset. Walk your shoulders out. You guys have done amazing. Straighten the legs out. Soften to where you are. Yeah, and let it go. Really take a moment to make sure that you are expanding in all directions, that nothing's hindering your relaxation, your release. As always, shift the hips and the back if you need. Make sure that you really are giving yourself a chance to let go. Remembering relaxation and meditation are also practices. You must practice them in order to get better. You must practice them in order to be able to tap into that at any time and anywhere. So sometimes your meditation will be in yoga. Sometimes it might be at home. Sometimes your meditation is going to happen after church or during a moment of prayer. You pray. You ask for forgiveness. You give gratitude for gifts and blessings. And then you sit still, listening for the answers or seeking knowledge or truth that comes from that moment of prayer. Remember, you must be still to hear, and you must be silent to listen. The words silent and listen have the same letters in them. Those two words are intertwined. Just letting yourself continue to soften. Not needing to respond, but just be. Now take a moment and bring your hands into your belly. Feel the movement of your belly as you breathe. Breathe so big and deep that it makes the fingers move away from each other. And as you exhale, feel it fall in and drop back. Now, I want everybody to take just a moment. You're going to bend your knees. I want you to bring the knees up close. And you're going to do a cradle rock. Cradle rock means you're going all the way over to that side. You're pushing off with that elbow. Pushing yourself to each side. And then back in the neutral. Because we're beginning our day, let's rock it forward and back. Turn to face you guys. Keep rocking. And to a full seat. Take a moment there. Bring your hands around. Sit tall, sit back into your spine. Remembering to find that stillness when you can. Be silent, listen to your body. Listen to the cues and the clues that you are given about what it needs and how you need to adapt. Working on finding grace and acceptance through grace. Accepting yourself as you are in this moment right now. Knowing that if you want to change anything, you must first acknowledge where you are. Lifting that heart, lifting that head. High intentions, open heart. Moving through with love and gratitude. And I thank you all for your presence in your practice today. Namaste. Namaste. How's everybody feeling? Good?